Kristen Hibbets is a veterinarian, so if you have cats and dogs, you know, we can get you help. And Jan Hibbets is a physical therapist, so you know, you can go for physical therapy at the same time. They both go to Pullen Memorial Baptist, awesome church. We love them. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Kristen and Jan Hibbets to come on up. Thank you.
And if you have a dog that needs physical therapy, we definitely have you covered. As Maddie mentioned, my name is Kristen Hibbets. I'd like to introduce you to my wife, Jan. We were married in a beautiful ceremony this past October. Before we get to that part, I'd like to tell you a little bit about ourselves. I'm originally from Texas. Jan is originally from Tennessee. Go Vols! We both made our way to Raleigh, North Carolina, and eventually made our ways to Pullen Memorial Baptist Church, where we met about 4 years ago. And it wasn't long before we knew that we had something special between us. So after a couple of years, in the summer of 2011, on a visit to Austin, Texas, we proposed to each other and were engaged by the side of a beautiful lake. We spent the next year, a little bit over a year, planning for our big event. As we planned our event, many people asked us, why do you want to get married? And for us, the answer was very simple. It's the way we were raised. We were both raised in fairly traditional families where when you met the person that you loved and the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you celebrated that in a marriage ceremony and you made that commitment to each other in front of your friends and family. And that is exactly what we wanted to do and is exactly what we did do. We like to tell people that we had a fairly traditional wedding, except for one major detail. We were two brides. We were, in fact, married at Pullen Memorial Baptist Church, a church that we love, by our lovely, fabulous minister, Reverend Nancy Petty. In front of 85 of our friends and family who visited from no fewer than 8 different states to come celebrate with us. Our nephew and nieces from Texas came to be our ring bearer and our 2 flower girls. And we had what we believe to be a very special, fabulous, wonderful wedding ceremony. And afterwards, we had a great party, great fun reception at a hotel here in town, and we couldn't have been happier with the way the day turned out. The whole weekend was wonderful. Of course, this is where things become a little different from your average wedding, because after all of that, we were not, in fact, legally married. We had to travel to a state that would grant us a wedding license in order to do that. So we packed up our bags and we traveled to Stowe, Vermont. Yes, beautiful, where we got married again. How many of you get to say that? This time we had a very small ceremony. It was just the 2 of us and a justice of the peace in a beautiful stone and wooden gazebo by the side of a creek that flowed through the mountains. Again, it was a ceremony that we really would not have wanted to miss. It was a very joyous event. And of course, we enjoyed spending the rest of the week there on our honeymoon in Stowe, Vermont.
Yes, we did.
we were very pleasantly surprised to find out how easy it was for Jan to change her name to my last name. All we had to do was take our wedding license and go down to the local Social Security office, and they did gladly change her name, and we are legally wed as Jan and Kristen Hibbets.
Thank you, President Obama.
We are very happily married. We find that it suits us very well. We will, in fact, be a boring old married couple one of these days. We're very quickly headed in that direction. But we are optimistic, and we do really look forward to the time when, like our family and our friends and our employers, who all recognize our marriage, we look forward to the day when the state and the federal government will do the same.
Yeah.